wrong. The fact is, the number of jobs insourced to the United States grew by 82%, while the number outsourced overseas grew by only 23% over the past 15 years, according to the Organization for International Investment. And that means, over the past 15 years, the U.S. lost 3 million jobs in the manufacturing sector. But in the meantime, a total of 15 million jobs were created in service sector. And all these new created jobs were higher paying than the lost ones. Okay, the Wall Street Journal used the case of computer mouse manufacturer Logitech to show outsourcing works both ways. Okay, Logitech sells a wireless mouse called Wanda, assembled in China for about $50 US dollars. You can see out of the $40 US dollars, only $3 goes to 4,000 Chinese workers who make the mouse. And the biggest part of the money goes to 450 Americans in Logitech's marketing department based in Fremont, California. And those 450 Americans might not have a job at all if Logitech wasn't able to stay competitive by outsourcing some of its costs to China. Okay, myth 4. American manufacturing jobs are moving to foreign nations, especially China. It's wrong. The fact is, all nations across the world are losing manufacturing jobs, even China. You can see here, between 1995 and 2002, manufacturing employment saw a decline of 11% in the United States. But during the same period, it saw 15% decline in China, much higher than the United States. Now comes the economic crisis, which means really hard times for us. We can use some figures to show how bad it is. In the United States, the jobless rate in February reached 8.1%. It's a 25-year high. And more than 4.4 million jobs have been lost since the recession began in late 2007. Okay, in China, 12 million migrant workers have lost their jobs due to export decline. The stock market. The Chinese stock market has lost more than 70% of its value since October 2007. Okay. To cope with the economic crisis, President Obama has unveiled $787 billion stimulus package to help U.S. economy recover. And in China, a total of $485 billion will be spent to stimulate its economy. Okay, given the massive stimulus package, the U.S. budget deficit will reach 1.75 trillion US dollars this year. It's a record high. And a crucial problem here is that besides their own domestic efforts, and both China and the United States are dependent on each other to achieve their goal of economic recovery. For China, it needs export growth to create jobs. And for the United States, it needs willing buyers for the treasuries to help finance its huge budget deficit. And that's why when Hillary Clinton visited China last month, she urged the Chinese government to continue to buy U.S. treasuries. But given the bleak economic outlook, it has been an international consensus for China and the United States to cooperate to lead the world out of the recession. Hillary Clinton said, "I don't think it's realistic to expect that we will see global recovery without Chinese and American cooperation and leadership." Here's Robert Zulik, the World Bank president.